with your life. Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Put your hands in your fingers. Your ears will get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a popo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Angry and friends with these when I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. And up, give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be fielded at the 8. Penalty markers down on the field. Yeah, they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
It's Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll.
Oh, they're on him too quickly back there, and it's blocked. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
Well, for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there, not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. This is Henry. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Sheldon Richardson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. On play action, it's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. The give to Whitaker. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mariota on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance. I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 23 yards on the play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 61 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll run with Henry. Fights him off. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2 of the season.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Darren Derrick Henry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Mariota to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears are in for 6. And he's able to put it through. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Mariota now on 2nd down. Caught left side Hopkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Mariota now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. To throw is Mariota. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second down, Mariota. Looking deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Mariota going up top. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Brendan Langley picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Oh, they'll try and sneak this. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Cohen. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On the ground, Whitaker. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Mariota to throw it this time. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Mariota. He sets to fire deep, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mariota now. And he comes back with one complete. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Mariota now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing, Mariota. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. David Irving coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Mariota. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Now Mariota being chased out left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The Seahawks were the most penalized team in the NFL last year, more than 9 a game, and now they've got 1st and 15. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Derrick Henry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Third and long here for Mariota. Dancing to his left. Fighting through. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Green, 90.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And some space here. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One.
Following the interception here, Mariota throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing is Mariota. He's going to go for a big play down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll go to P-Ryan, try to pound it in. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. This is Cohen on the toss, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Eli Apple. And some room to roam now. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They begin with Henry. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. One final try for Mahomes.